you want to know why you're losing your hair and how your hormones are affecting that, then this is the video for you. Make sure to subscribe so I can help you get your hormones in harmony and optimize your health. And don't forget to click the bell so you'll be the first to know when I create my new videos. Now, welcome back to the Hormone Healing Show. Today, I'm going to show you what's happening with your hormones that are affecting hormonal hair loss. First of all, both men and women lose their hair because of their hormones, but we also grow our hair because of our hormones. Alopecia, which is the word for hair loss or balding, affects males about 50% of the time. 50% of males will have alopecia in their lifetime. They'll lose some hair. And approximately about 25% of women will have some hair loss or thinning in their lifetime. By the time a woman reaches menopause, about 4 out of 10 women will experience some thinning of their hair. Most women who experience alopecia, it's usually androgenic or male pattern alopecia. What that means is that it's the male hormone causing the alopecia, testosterone, but not actually testosterone. It's dihydrotestosterone, or DHT, the more active version of testosterone that can cause male pattern balding or hair loss. Now, that balding is very specific. I'm not talking about the entire head. I'm not talking about patches of hair that you're losing, and I'm not talking about thinning everywhere. What I'm talking about is that pattern that's up here in the front of your head, frontal pattern, goes across the top of the head and then back at the crown. That male pattern alopecia, the androgenic alopecia, is what we're going to focus on today. Okay, so the first thing you need to understand is how hair grows. You do have growth hair hormones, and they are estrogen and T3. So estrogen actually stimulates hair growth, and T3 does as well. It actually stimulates this hair follicle to go into its growing phase. Now the growing phase actually lasts 2 to 6 years. So your hair, the hair in your head, some of that hair is 2 to 6 years old. Then there's kind of a resting phase of the hair that's anywhere from 1 to 6 weeks. And at that point, at the end of the resting phase, you start shedding some hair. That hair could have been 2 to 6 years old. So there's a long phase of hair growth and hair loss, and we all go through a shedding phase. We shed pretty much every day, about 50 to 100 hairs a day. That seems like a lot, but if you actually count the hairs, it's not that much. The other issue is that we tend to shed kind of like with the seasons, like animals do. So you'll see a little more shedding in the spring, a little more shedding in the fall. That is not uncommon, but we need to know how to control this, and we need to know how to control the hair loss hormones. We need to learn how to control dihydrotestosterone. Dihydrotestosterone is actually created from testosterone. 5-alpha reductase is an enzyme that actually converts testosterone into dihydrotestosterone, which blocks hair growth. Cortisol can also be a huge issue, and what cortisol can do is can actually stimulate you to make more dihydrotestosterone. You can also lose hair because of too much stress hormone cortisol. It's a different kind of hair loss, comes out in patches, usually rings of hair loss, and it can be complete balding. It is completely correctable and you can get all your hair back after a stress-related hair loss. So let's talk about how we're going to do this. Number 1, you're going to control your hair loss hormones. How are you going to do that? How are you going to keep from converting testosterone to dihydrotestosterone? Saw palmetto. Saw palmetto is an herb that actually helps to block dihydrotestosterone. You've probably heard it from men to use to shrink their prostates, but it actually helps with hair loss as well. It's one of the factors actually with dihydrotestosterone where chemicals like minoxidil that you put topically on your scalp actually block dihydrotestosterone. We want to prevent from converting it in the first place, and you can use saw palmetto to do that. Another hormone that you naturally make that actually reduces dihydrotestosterone production is aldosterone. It is a hormone produced by the adrenal glands. It controls your salt-water balance, and actually controls how much urine that you make from your kidneys, how much volume is within your blood so your heart can pump your blood throughout your entire body. It's an incredibly important hormone. and it acts to block 5-alpha reductase, that enzyme that converts testosterone into dihydrotestosterone. There is a drug called spirolactone, which is a synthetic derivative of aldosterone that can also block dihydrotestosterone conversion. Number 2, you want to boost your hair growth hormones. So for females, we want more estrogen in order to grow hair. We want more T3 for both males and females, and for males too, they need some estrogen in there in order to grow hair, and their testosterone will naturally be converted over to estrogen. So getting your hormones in balance is incredibly important to growing healthy hair. One of the biggest things that I see with my patients and my customers who are using Genesis Gold is their hair becomes much healthier, and that's because their hormones become in balance. We're actually increasing those growth hormone that's related to growing hair. We're actually balancing those out and getting more of those hormones to the hair follicle. It also helps to increase the cell receptivity for T3 as well as estrogen, so the hair follicle will actually open up and accept those growth hormones to actually promote the hair growth. So number 3, light therapy. You know about light, not just the light that we're seeing, but light waves. You've heard about ultraviolet, you know about blue light, but ultra-red light, both near ultra-red and far ultra-red, and what that means is how long is the wavelength. That particular light has been shown to actually prevent hair loss and increase hair growth in male pattern baldness. They've done most of the research on men, and they've actually seen an increase in hair growth. It takes time, about 4 months, with daily exposure, about 10 minutes on the scalp, with ultra-red light. This is a low-level laser light therapy. You can find different devices that are sold over the counter. You want to look for FDA-approved devices. It's another option if you have alopecia that is caused by high levels of male hormones, particularly DHT, to help to stimulate that hair growth. It may also help, just theoretically, stimulate hair growth from other hair loss processes, but definitely consult with your healthcare provider. So now that you know what hormones you need to control to diminish your hair loss as well as to promote new hair growth, it's not easy if the rest of your hormones are out of balance. That's why I created the Hormone Reboot Training, for you to discover how to get your hormones balanced naturally. It's free. Just click the link in the description below this video. So what's one hormone healing tip you might try this week? Leave your answer in the comments section below, and make sure you sign up for my Hormone Reboot Training. If this video was helpful, be sure to subscribe, share with your friends, and hit the like button so I know to make more videos like this. Thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one.